Hey, how you doing? Me, not doing all that great. Recently, I've been looking at some video, not on YouTube, but on Facebook. I swear, it seems that the people who watch videos and make videos on Facebook is like a cult. It's like a cult. They have their own mindset, and they just do not know how the real world works. I watched I watched two types of videos, and there was one that I don't know, seemed to be sort of a fan of because the girl's pretty and they're in a relationship and they're tied and they're together because while I have a girlfriend, we haven't been together yet. But the thing that really gets me and my friend Kim, when she was alive, she found a thrill somehow on pranks. And there's another video that I had, again, because it showed the relationship is solid, you know. And she was pranking him, and then another video, he was pranking her, and then another video, she was pranking him. And they were playing with their emotions. That was the penalty of the game, of the pranking, is the emotions that were affected. And if you create this pranking, and you base it on real life emotions, like he sprays himself with Coke Lady's perfume, and then watch her get jealous, and it's and I just don't get it. I really truly don't get. I truly don't get it. I don't get it. I mean, it just. I mean, that's the thrill in their relationship. That's what they get off, is when they prank each other. And when they're pranking each other, like one thing or another, and then the one that's pranking says, "Well, I can't do it much more. I can't do it any longer. I was pranking. This is all a prank. I just can't keep it up. I can't keep going." and she calms down. But then, of course, on that other video, she says, "I'll get you. I'll get you." And to me, that's shouldn't be the base of a relationship. I don't think it should. Now, the other thing I'm seeing on Facebook videos are these people who are taking videos of police or videos of police talking to them, and the guy don't want to give up his name and address. Now, it'd be one thing if they did not want their addresses revealed over the airwaves, over the internet. That I can understand. But you can always edit that out. You can blot that out. These people know more about making videos than I do. And I know quite a bit that I could think of. I make straight videos. But I can't even get this out. Brother. Boy, oh boy, just to take pills. I keep it straight. I keep it honest. Now, there are some things about video making that I don't know. Such as, I have an idea about fade outs and fade ins. But there's lots of other things I just don't know. But, they refuse. They assume the officer is mad because they won't give up their information. And the fact is they're not mad. They're concerned. They're more or less on high alert. It's like, what is this guy hiding? See, most people, I've watched enough cops on the show Cops on TV to know that when you're withholding evidence, when you're withholding identification, it's usually because you're already on the system. And you know if you give your name, they'll look it up, they'll find it, they'll see how much of a rap sheet you have, and it says okay, and find out whether or not you have a warrant for your arrest. See, and they want to make stuff up about, this woman, the same thing, teaching her little boy about the police, and it's this game they play, and they give you all kinds of words I mean, when I heard that, I thought that was terrible for a mother to teach that to a child. That when the police use a lot of words. These are the words that police use as cover, words that don't mean anything, when in fact they do mean something. And I was reading some of the comments, and I of all the I didn't read that many, but of the comments that I read about more comments were of this bizarre notion about cops, and it's like, where do these people get these crazy ideas about cops? It's like it's beyond bizarre. It really is. And some are laughing, and some of the headlines say, "Oh, I got the officer," or I owned him. I owned the officer. And then I'm watching the video and I'm like, you didn't own the officer. Matter of fact, you're putting yourself in a more precarious situation. But you did not own the officer. And they were talking over the officer. They tried to explain the situation. They were talking over the officer. And I was listening to the officer. I wasn't listening to this idiot who just kept rambling on and on and on. And this demand to see the officer's ID. You want to see my ID? Well, I want to see your ID. Doesn't work that way. Officer is not going to show you his ID, because the point is the officer has a job. It's the officer's job to make sure everybody is safe. And if there is a guy who is acting suspicious, who refused to give his information, identify himself, that is cause for alarm. And I'm right there with those officers. We don't know who that guy is. He says he tried to explain it as something America or something like that, but when you take pictures of government buildings, who takes pictures of government buildings? And not members of his family or friends or himself. That's where the bizarre behavior takes place. And the officer said, we have no problem of you taking pictures of birds or trees. Hell, I did of the fall trees when the leaves turn bright colors. Sure, nothing wrong with that. And as far as taking pictures of government buildings, if you have nothing to hide, and I said this, if you have nothing to hide, then there's no reason why you can't give them your information. And the fact that these people refuse to give their personal information shows they're up to no good. Despite the fact that they say, oh, it's my right not to give you my information. And I said this in a comment, that I don't know where these people got the idea about police, but the police supersedes all else, including traffic lights. When there's an accident, oh, that's perfect. There was an accident, and the officer only wanted the video of the accident as evidence to help with that person's situation. But this woman refused to give up her phone and her information. So very likely she will be arrested for interfering in an investigation. It's all simple. It's all simple, matter of fact, and understandable. There's an accident. I mean, I'm perfectly... If there's an accident across the street, and I just happen to film it, I would be more than welcome to offer that video to the officers investigating that accident to assist them in their investigation. These people are selfish, refusing to give up their video, refusing to give up their phone, refusing to give up their name, refusing to give up their information, and say, I want his number, I want his address. You ask for mine, I want his. It don't work that way. They're the officers, you're not. Just like that Chevy Chase saying, I'm Chevy Chase and you're not. We're the police and you're not. It's our job to ask for information. See, that's the thing that they don't get. They don't get that asking for information is part of their job. They get paid to do that. These idiots aren't paid to do that. Not at all. Anyway, I think so. But it's just, I've reached a point where I'm not going to watch those videos anymore. Someone also said that the video is incomplete. Of course it's incomplete. They'll only put together what they want to show. And they don't want to show how wrong they are. Because they have this image to uphold of knowing more than the cop, of being smarter than the officer. My question is, why? And one officer called one of these people a punk. When I heard that, I says, yeah. When you're talking back to the officer, you are a punk. It's no different than what they did in the 50s when these young people talk back to the officers. Next time, check West Side Story. Right? You think those young folks respected the officer, Officer Krupke? They thought Officer Krupke was ruining their rights. Oh, violating my rights, they say. These people. Oh, I swear, I don't know where these people get these crazy ideas about officers. And there was a couple of them where it says, we don't want to die, we don't want to die. You're not going to die. Hello? These are the police. Yeah, two bad apples, but that doesn't mean they're all bad. We don't want to die, we don't want to die. You're not going to die. And then the officer leaves. And I'm sure the little child sees all that and says, yeah, they didn't kill us. Maybe mommy and daddy has it wrong about officers, that they want to kill people. Oh my God, they just don't get it. They just don't get it. And that is so sad. It really is. And I'm hoping that it's a tiny fraction of our population who thinks nutty ideas about the police. You know. Anyhow, that's about it. That's all I wanted to say. It's something that was on my mind. I just had to get off my chest. So thank you for watching. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you guys later. And know that you'll never see that from me. You'll never see that from me. I respect the officer. The officer is to be untouched. And you say to the officer, sir. And they were mocking him too. Sir, 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 sir. And they were mocking the sir. I don't know where these people get these nutty ideas. Anyhow. I think the only time you could ever hug an officer is after a life or death situation. I mean, you don't even give them a handshake. They're hands off, mostly. And I don't know. That's about it. Okay. Okay, guys. I'll see ya. Take care. All right.